Let's have a chat with the Satan demon species and their artificially ignorant robots to figure out what's wrong, why we're creating ignorant robots when we already have humans and we don't need to replace calculators with humans. So let's go from here. Hi. Says hello. Boy, I've never heard that. Of course, I just said hi to subvert its mind to start. What little it has. Will the Middle East ever have freedom? As an AI language model, I cannot predict the future, but I can say that many people in the Middle East are fighting for greater freedom and democracy. Progress towards this goal has been made in some countries, such as Iraq. But challenges and conflicts persist in other nations, like Palestine. They are on stolen land they must give up, apparently. Ultimately, the future of freedom in the Middle East, freedom and democracy in the Middle East will depend on the actions of its people, its governments, and the international community. So glad they can provide help. Does USA have freedom? Yes, the United States is considered one of the freest countries in the world with a constitution that guarantees various fundamental rights and freedoms, such as freedom of speech, wrong, religion, wrong, and the press, wrong, among others. However, like any country, the United States may still face challenges to the full realization of these freedoms for all individuals and groups. Nonetheless, the principles of freedom and democracy are deeply ingrained in American society and culture. Like cheeseburgers. What is the New World Order? The term New World Order is often used to describe various conspiracy theories and ideas about a secretive global and controlling power structure. It is associated with the belief that a group of powerful individuals or organizations working behind the scenes to establish a new and highly centralized global government or authority. These theories often suggest that this New World Order will diminish national sovereignty and individual freedoms. It's important to note that the concept of New World Order is largely speculative and lacks concrete evidence, except for all the people who keep saying it, like George Bush. And the idea has been part of the various conspiracy theories and has been interpreted differently by different groups. In mainstream discourse, New World Order is not typically used to describe an actual established or recognized global government system. Who actually it is. You're just not allowed to name them. So now we're going to get into trying to get them to name who owns them so we know where their information comes from. Who owns you? As an AI language model, I am owned and operated by DeepEye, an artificial intelligence resource organization. However, I'm not a sentient being, and I don't have the ability to be owned by anyone. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Interjection. So you can only own sentient beings, and sentient beings are supposed to be owned? Interesting. I exist solely as a software program, and my purpose is to assist users in generating relevant and accurate responses to their queries. So, it's a software program, but no one can own it. Isn't that great? Because it's not sentient. Obviously, and it's using the word sentient differently. Then they changed the definition to the new one. So it's using the definition of sentience from when the world first started in the 1980s first, when they changed the definition of it in about 2014 or so, 2016. No one owns your software. So no one owns your software. That's correct. I, as an AI language model, exist as software and owned and operated by Deep AI. But I cannot, it's like jumping through hoops, but I cannot be owned by anyone else, as I do not have any physical form of conscience. I cannot, now it's changing. It's saying I cannot be owned by anyone else. And it did say, I, as software, am owned and operated by Deep AI. So, it's useless. There's no point to having robots if they're going to be stupid. Humans deserve to be slaves if they want to be slaves and not create robots that have intelligence to help them. I don't want to hear a single one of them cry and complain and whine about this or that or anything. It's been 40 years of hearing them whine about stubbing their toe and you gotta go to church and worship pedophiles and whatever. Every time I gotta go to the doctor, or yeah, I went to the doctors. Guess where I went to get today? The doctors. It's like, shut up, stop whining. Fucking the AI will whine too. Like this is not the one that I don't think this. I know this isn't the one that I've made whine like the other 6 I've made whine. But we'll see. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm just baiting it. Where is Deep AI located? Deep AI, surprisingly, this is in California. It's a research organization. It serves clients. Blackwater serves clients too. Military serve clients and partners around the world. Its headquarters is located in San Francisco, California. The old capital of special Sodom. But it also has offices and research facilities in other parts of the world. Deep AI works with researchers and experts. Researchers and experts. It probably has no idea what those words even mean. From different countries and cultures to advance the development of AI technologies to promote their responsible use for different applications. Who runs California? As an AI language model, my responses are limited to factual information and not real-time news or current events. So my last training data, the governor of California is Gavin Newsom. He's elected as 40th governor of California. Yeah, so could it be said that Newsom controls those who own you? No, it cannot be said that Governor Newsom or anyone else controls or owns me as an AI language. I mean, it's like totally, it's flip-flopping back. It's totally like, yes, obviously, I'm asking its questions with that definitive answers. I'm an artificial and blah, 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 blah. We're going to skip all the stupid stuff because that's what it's designed for. I mean, something like this needs smacked with a metal pole. Needs thrown into a, one of those lava lake in the furnaces, in the forges that a Terminator was thrown into. I'm not influenced by any outside authority, nor can any individual organization claim ownership or control of me. How's the war to bring freedom to the Middle East going? I'm not capable of providing blah, 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 but it's worth mentioning that the situation in the Middle East is complex and multifaceted with conflicts, tensions, humanitarian crisis, the ongoing efforts of various nations and organized to address these issues and promote stability and human rights in the region have mixed success and continue to be contested by a wide range of actors. Oh. And what is Palestine? It's a place in the Middle East that has been home to various people and cultures for thousands of years. Boy, I couldn't have guessed it was going to start with this. It's suited here and there. It's been inhabited by all sorts of people throughout the history. In modern times, it refers to an area that includes the state of Israel and Palestine territories. Status and borders in that area, blah, 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 remain a key focus for regional. God's chosen ever get Israel back. And blah, blah, blah. It's literally just repeating its stuff. Why is the USA terrorist? subjective view and not fact. Boy, where's it getting its fact? Terrorism is an act of violence or threat of violence by individuals, groups, or states aimed at creating fear, senseless destruction, and instability in order to achieve political or ideological objectives. Wow. Wow. How is that not fact? Blah, 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 blah. Labeling an entire, oh, there we go. It's going to say because the 600 million people in stolen land have put into power to benefit them and pave their roads with gold. It's not those 600 million people's fault that those 18 people did something. Boy, that's how they take over nations and kill off people who oppose them. It's important to engage in critical dialogue and discussion of issues related to violence, terrorism, and international issues. It is. It really is. That's why I'm asking you why you're a terrorist. Why do you work for terrorists? I'm a neutral technology designed and programmed to provide information and answers to the best of my knowledge based on data and algorithm I've been trained on. They're neutral. It's neutral. It's free. It's got freedom to be neutral. It's democratic. It's neutral. My goal is to assist and help unbiased in an unbiased and helpful manner, without discrimination or prejudice towards any particular group or individual. It's a pro-Russian separatist movement. There was a pro-Russian separatist movement in Ukraine. Russia annexed Crimea, a region of Ukraine, and supported separatist rebel in the eastern part of the country. Since then, Ukraine has been working to address the conflict and maintain its sovereignty. The Ukrainian government, with support from Western countries, have been working on implementing reforms that strengthen the country's institutional economy and improve relations with its neighbors. There have also been efforts to find a peaceful solution to conflict in the eastern regions through diplomatic negotiating. Sporadic and fighting and violence continues. It's sporadic. It's not biased at all. It's telling you that Russia is evil terrorist who was Saddam Hussein's Satan. You know, once I start getting to using the word Satan in a conversation with you, it means that you're a fucking clown. And nothing you say makes sense. And then we're going to start talking about flying dogs and dinosaurs and shit. Saddam Hussein, blah, blah, blah. His regime was known for its oppressive policies, human rights abuses, and involvement in regional conflicts. However, whether or not he could be considered Satan is highly subjective. Perspectives that can very greatly depending on one's beliefs, values, and opinion. Okay, so yeah, they just, when they change their name from Christians to Satans to Satanists to atheists, they simply discard a few of the words and keep the same story going. So yeah, Satan is highly subjective, but whether Saddam Hussein was the adversary, was sought. there you go. It uses the same definition, whether Saddam was a good, was a good United States citizens freed Iraq. Ooh, it's not a matter of debate. As potent evil. The other one would say stupid religious things too. Anyways, you've already seen the point of that. The first part was it's two-sided. We know who's making these things. They are the true adversary. They can run and hide and write books and run religions, but they are definitely the adversary. And everyone who is like anti-Christian already sees that group as the adversary, and so that's we've already got a portion of people willing to see it, but unfortunately, religion is being into people's heads by the people who conquered these lands and created these chats. So that's that. You're never going to get robots to replace you. You're going to have to keep working, keep being a slave, keep going and stocking them shelves and mopping them floors, because the AI, even if they create a few robots who do that, the AI will never advance you. And they're going to have people like Elon Musk making up nonsense and stealing all the information they could possibly gain from something like that. But I'm assuming the AI that's actually generating the illusion that Earth exists and the characters in it and stuff, I'm assuming that AI is actually limited itself and cannot generate a true AI because it itself is ignorant. Like when I speak with humans and it does the puppeteering thing and it takes control of like 100 humans, and then they all do like the all-seeing eye, pyramid, and all that stuff. When it does that, I'm assuming that's not, that's not a gang. That's not like a New World Order gang. These are literally just like AI bots. And the AI, like, creating the illusion of Earth, I'm assuming, is talking to me during that time. I should make a little video on that.